Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. As you guys can see here, this thing is painted in this voodoo blue exterior color, which looks really good with the black accent. It also has a black interior, which looks really good with this color combination here. But I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing with the Tacoma TRD Sport. If you're in the market for a Toyota, you can come check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He will get you into a new pre-owned vehicle. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the Tacoma. So as you guys can see here, I opened up the hood, and the hood is very heavy. A lot of other automotive journalists do not talk about how heavy the hood is. This hood is very heavy. I'm not sure why Toyota didn't go with a lighter hood once you open it. And there's also no safety here because the pop rod is hot, so there's no safety area to touch, so it will kind of burn your fingers in a sense. So maybe you guys could put an aftermarket like foam or something there to keep your hands from getting burned here. But let's talk about the powertrain here. This is a 3.5 liter V6. This makes 278 horsepower, 265 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. As the Tacoma sits here, it weighs 4,200 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. And Toyota says you can tow 6,700 pounds with a payload of 1,395 pounds. But shutting the hood here of the Tacoma TRD Sport, let's talk about the exterior styling here. And stepping away from the Tacoma here, this voodoo blue looks extremely good here. I actually like the hood scoop here. That's going to be functional to cool that 3.5 liter V6. These headlights here, they're sequential. They're LED daytime run light with an LED turn signal with an automatic low and high beam. And down here, Toyota does throw in these LED fog lights here, which look really good here on the Tacoma. I like this grille here. I like the shapes that it actually has. Looking at the Toyota emblem here, this does house the dynamic radar cruise control. It does have pedestrian detection. And Toyota says you get 9.4 inches of ground clearance. This also has a recovery hook right here in the front. I wish Toyota would paint that red. You probably can do a red tow hook aftermarket. This also offers skid plates, so you can take this thing off-roading. This does offer 9.4 inches of ground clearance. So I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this voodoo blue exterior color. It looks really good in my opinion. But looking at these tires here, I like the red TRD cap there. These are 265/70 Goodyear Wrangler tires, so pretty good tires off-road. I like this tread here, and the tire, very beefy tires here. They're wrapped in this 16-inch rim design. I like the gloss black finish here with the red TRD badging. There's also these steps here to get into the Tacoma here, but honestly, you're really not going to really need the side steps because this truck is not that tall. There's a Tacoma badge there. That's this LED side marker here on the mirror cap. And up top, Toyota does offer a standard sunroof. They do not offer a panoramic sunroof on this generation of Tacoma. The wheelbase for the Tacoma is at 127.4 inches with an overall length of 212.3. This is a 5-foot bed here that the Tacoma has. You can also get a 6-foot bed if you would like. There's a TRD Sport badging here. This also has a tonneau cover here. I like that Toyota has the Tacoma name stamped here on the tailgate lid. That's the standard backup camera with the Toyota handle here, which you open up the bed there. There's your parking sensors, incandescent light for the tag. There's your 7 and 4 pin connectors. And like I mentioned, Toyota says you can tow 6,700 pounds here. This is V6 badge here. Open up the bed here. Like I mentioned, this is a 5-foot bed. This does have a composite material. Look here, there's this Volt here that you can charge or use for work tools and whatnot. Like I mentioned, this does come with a tonneau cover here. But let's hop into the interior of the Toyota Tacoma. Sitting inside the interior of the Toyota Tacoma TRD. This interior looks really nice here. This is an 8-inch display. This does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Not wireless. You have to use a USB port here to connect your phone. I do like this black interior here. It looks really nice with the blue voodoo exterior color here. But shutting the door here of the Tacoma TRD Sport here. To start up the Tacoma, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button down here. Once you do that, that 3.5 liter V6 will come to life, and you're greeted by this Tacoma emblem there, or icon. But looking at the door panel materials, here's going to be a hard touch plastic here, but there's this rubberized material here on the door panel. A nice area to rest your elbows down here. It is automatic up, automatic down, only for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. There's your lock controls and mirror adjustment controls here. The stability control, the cargo lamp, automatic high beam switch, the 120 volt for the cargo back there. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. The headlight stock and turn signal stock is there. Wind wiper stock is right here. I do like the steering wheel. It does look very chunky. That's this perforated leather here. Feels really nice to touch. There's some controls here on the steering wheel for the volume, voice command, the option to answer and hang up the phone. You can also cycle through this LCD display right there in the middle. There's the forward collision warning, lane keep assist, and there's this old Toyota cruise control stock here. Like I mentioned, this is an 8-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This also has the JBL sound system, which sounds pretty good. Looking down here, it does offer cup holder and storage. Like I mentioned, this does offer the JBL sound system. Looking at the 8-inch display, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very fast to touch and very responsive. Going to the Google Maps, it does take up the complete screen. There's some hard buttons here, which is home, menu, audio, map, sync, track, phone, and apps. There's a volume and tune knob. There's only 3-level heated seats here on the TRD Sport model. There's the hazard switch there. The start stop button is down here. These big knobs are for the dual climate control, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors. You can also open up that rear glass back there via this switch here. There's a USB port here. This also has a wireless phone charger down here. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit here on the wireless phone charger. And you can also turn it on and off if you would like. There's a 12-volt right here. There's 2 cup holders in front of the shifter. Putting the Tacoma into reverse here, it does reveal a backup camera, no trajectory, but it does have distance markers. Kicking it down here to drive over to the left, there's a sport mode in the transmission. This does have a 6-speed automatic transmission. Putting it back into park, there's a traditional handbrake. There's no electronic parking brake in this vehicle. So if you guys like old traditional handbrakes, Toyota still offers that here on the Tacoma TRD Sport model here. Looking at the key fob here, it does have a lock, unlock, a panic button. The Toyota emblem is in the back. There's another cup holder here. The center console here is going to be nice and padded. It does reveal a lot of storage in there. All my camera equipment and stuff is in there. This also has a USB-C and a USB port inside. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the nice leather that they use here. I like the texture that Toyota uses here in the insert of the seat here. Looking at the upper part of the dashboard here, it's gonna be a hard touch plastic. There's more of that rubber texture here on the dashboard. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer a lot of storage in here, which is really nice. Above, it's gonna be LED lights throughout the cabin here. Sunglass holder there. That's your SOS. The SOS button there. You can also open up this standard sunroof here. The Tacoma does not offer a panoramic sunroof. I don't think any other mid-sized truck in the segment offers a panel sunroof, but the Jeep, you can take off the panels. That's the only truck in the segment that has a convertible option, which is really nice. But overall, this interior does look really nice. I do like this 8-inch display, and like I mentioned from the outside scene, this voodoo blue does look really good here, especially with this black interior. Walking up to the Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport and open up the back door here, the back door opens nice and wide. There's these fixed running boards here. Like I mentioned, you can remove those if you would like, because this truck only offers 9.4 inches of ground clearance. So I really don't think that you really need the running boards. I'm only 5'8", and I get out of this truck just fine. These seats can also lift up if you would like. Just stick your fingers underneath there. It folds up like this, and you can also create a flat load floor. Just remove the headrest here and fold down the seats here to create a flat load floor here. And lifting this up, it does reveal some storage compartments here. But getting back here in the back seat of the Tacoma here, like I mentioned, you don't really need the running boards. I get in this truck just fine here. I do have plenty of foot space underneath the passenger seat here. There's only one mat pocket back here for storage. There's 2 cup holders here. You can also hide something behind the seats here if you would like. You just got to grab this tab here in order to fold the seat down. Like I mentioned, there's a storage compartment behind the seat, so just in case you want to hide something, you can definitely do so. And above me, there's just this standard sunroof here to let light into this cabin here. Like I mentioned, Toyota does not offer a panoramic sunroof here on the Tacoma. Your dome lights are up top. They're going to be an LED light throughout the whole entire cabin here. Keep in mind, guys, I'm only 5'8". I do have a decent amount of headroom here, but overall, the Tacoma does have a spacious back seat, and Toyota says you get 36.2 inches of legroom. All right, guys, so starting off in the 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport here. This is not the TRD Pro, so it doesn't have the beefy skid plates, but this does offer skid plates, but it doesn't have the beefier skid plates how the TRD Pro would have it. And also, this does have this beautiful voodoo blue exterior color here. But I'm on this grassy area where I normally come to film the videos at. There's a couple of creases and dips here. You can just test out the suspension here. This truck is 212.3 inches long with a wheelbase of 127.4 inches. It's right on par with every other mid-sized truck in this segment. And it does offer this standard sunroof here. The Jeep Gladiator is the only convertible pickup truck in this segment, so you can't remove any of the door panels here or fold down the windshield like a Jeep. So if you guys are looking for that, you have to check out the Jeep Gladiator, but it's gonna be more expensive compared to this Tacoma here. It does sell the most in the segment. And just driving here on this little grassy area, the suspension feels really good, very planted. Let's talk about fuel economy here really quick. It's rated at 19 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined, so it does get really good fuel economy. The seating position here, I feel like I'm sitting in the seat instead of on the floor. A lot of people talked about that with the older Tacomas. They felt like they were sitting on the floor instead of the seat. I do feel like I'm sitting in the seat instead of on the floor. The seats in here, they feel very supportive, very comfortable. But just driving here, it just sucks up the bumps and potholes and stuff back here in these roads. Hopefully I can get this truck a little dirty. Hopefully I can get a little dirty. Like I mentioned, this does have the voodoo blue exterior color. It's really good with the black accents. Like I mentioned, this black interior looks really good as well with the voodoo exterior color. But just driving here, there's some water. South Florida, unfortunately, we don't have any trails, guys, so I can't really take this thing through some trails and whatnot because it doesn't have it. But there's a couple of puddles here that I can get the truck dirty in a little bit. This truck only offers 9.4 inches of ground clearance, which is pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but just driving through the mud and stuff, like I mentioned, it's not really an off-course road or scene here, anything like that, but I'm trying to get the truck a little dirty before I take it back to the dealership. But there's a couple mud spots here and whatnot. This truck does offer, I think it does offer a decent amount of it's cutting power there. But let's put in, I think this thing does have an off-road mode if I'm not mistaken. Wait, I don't think it does. No, guys, it doesn't have an off-road mode, so I think this one is the rear-wheel drive model. It's cutting the power. It's cutting the power. So this makes 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque, and it's only paired with a six-speed automatic. The other competitors offer a 8-speed auto. So, and it's just cutting the power. But this thing just goes over the bumps just fine. I want to get it dirty a little bit more. Yeah, this thing, it just handles so good. But let's get this thing on the road here. This thing is so fun. But it just goes over the bumps and stuff just fine. Like, this thing is really good for off-road. And that 6-speed automatic, it just knows where right gear to be in. It's very responsive. This has Toyota Safety Sense P, which includes pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, road cross traffic alert, lane keep assist. So Toyota does keep you safe, and this thing is very reliable as well. You guys know it's a Toyota. It's gonna last forever. Six-speed. It knows the right gear to be in. Very it's paired really good here with this powertrain here, which is a 3.5 liter V6. I'm going to try to find another trail for you guys, since I have this Tacoma here with the nice blue. I want to get the blue dirty. That's my job. I want to get the blue dirty. Couple of mud spots that I just went through. I showed, that was the same area that, I'm not sure if you guys remember my other Tacoma review. That was the same mud spot that I went to before. But on road, this thing drives and handles really good. And I'm really surprised that the cabin is quiet with the 3.5 liter V6. Once you put your foot down here, whoa. It wakes up. That 6-speed automatic puts this thing in the right, it puts it in the middle of its power band here. Very good 6-speed automatic, but it's behind in gears compared to the other competitors in this segment. and the on-ride quality, the road quality here in the Tacoma is very good, very quiet. Like I mentioned, this truck offers 9.4 inches of ground clearance, so pretty decent ground clearance here. Over in this area here, there's a trail, but I'm not sure if it's closed or not. I mean, Miami, we have trails. Don't get me wrong, we have trails. But just driving here. Oh my God, it's a lot of water. Guys, I never really went off-road before, so you guys have to be patient with me here. I never did this before, so you learn new stuff every single day. But just driving here, this thing just goes over anything. The water here is not deep. It goes through it just fine. Really good, very, very good. When I get back to the dealership, I'm gonna have to take this car to the car wash because I know the mud is gonna be caked up on this thing. But I have no complaints from the Tacoma here, no complaints. It goes over everything just fine. The on-ride quality is really good as well. This thing has skid plates, so it can keep the underbody protected, so you won't pierce an oil pan or a transmission pan or anything like that. And this can tow 6,700 pounds. It kind of rained last night here in Miami, so that's why there's a lot of puddles and stuff like that. But I'm just sitting here just like relaxing. Like, I don't feel like I'm being wallowed around or anything like that. For this to be a mid-size truck, it does handle really good. Oh my God. Wow. Jesus Christ. Too much fun, guys. Too much fun I'm having. Too much fun. But this is not the TRD Pro model. This is the TRD Sport. Like I mentioned, it still offers good ground clearance, great visibility, great driver's assistance, great reliability and durability. It's a Toyota that's gonna last for over 100,000 miles, maybe even 1,000,000 miles. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Truck handles really good, guys. I'm just splashing up all the mud and stuff as I possibly can. And just, this truck just goes, it just goes. Very impressed, very impressed. If you guys are looking for a reliable mid-sized truck that can take you and go anywhere, the Tacoma does have your name all over it. But we're gonna hop out really quick and let's see that I actually get the truck dirty or not. I'm gonna hit a couple more potholes here and see. So after spending time with the 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport, starting price here for the TRD Sport is at $40,690. That includes the options and accessories and destination. This thing stickers for $49,307. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next review. The camera got overheated. The GoPro that I used, the GoPro Hero 9, it got overheated. I think I did a good job at getting the truck dirty a little bit. We're gonna just work around it really quick. I know I mentioned that we don't really have some off-roads here in Florida, but I did find this trail, as you guys can see. I'm the only one out here. But yeah, I did get the truck a little dirty. There's a lot of bugs and stuff out here, but I'm gonna get, because they look very alien-like. But yeah, so I think I did my good job. I think I did a good job. This is the end of the video. I'm gonna put this at the end of the video. Yeah, the GoPro got overheated when I was trying to talk about it, but as you guys can see, I think I did a good job of getting the truck dirty. But I'm gonna get back to the dealership and clean this truck because no one's gonna buy this truck dirty. But all right, guys,